Well, guys, I know I've been delinquent, and there's a multitude of reasons of why I didn't do any YouTube videos. I'm kind of getting burnt out on it. It doesn't really, you know, I get the same amount of views per video as I did when I had 40 or 50,000 subscribers. Now that I have 109 or 110,000, so you know they're manipulating the numbers and the algorithm and everything because they don't like the way you talk. If you're politically incorrect, you don't toe that line. Anyway, it is what it is. I don't really give a shit. So I'm just that close to being done with it. I don't really care too much anymore, to be honest with you. I don't know. And then you get some good people that are viewers that you hate to let down, but it's like, man, it's just people don't realize the amount of work that goes into videoing it, and then you do a 12 or 14 hour day, then you got to go home, spend another hour or two, you know, editing and uploading the video, and they just don't understand the amount of work involved. Anyways, I'll quit whining about that. So, you guys ready for see if this thing will start? Now, this thing had an intake air temperature sensor code in it when I got it, so I still got to solve that problem, but it's got a coolant level low code as well, because there's no coolant in it. And it's gonna be noisy because one of the charger cooler hoses, the gasket wasn't in the kit, and Arnie sent me a couple of them out over there. So it's gonna beep, and we'll just see what happens here. I got, I don't know, 8 gallons of 30 weight break-in oil. Yeah, 10W30 break-in oil. So she's gonna do a little beep, and she'll have an intake air temperature sensor code and coolant level code. Yeah. Coolant level low below the surface. Okay, well. Tried to fire. Like I said, and I don't have the exhaust hooked up to the DPF or nothing, so she's gonna smoke. Where is my oil pressure gauge at? Oil pressure is good. Well, she runs. What's this spitting out here? Let's check the oil on her again. I poured 8, well, about 7.5. I still got a little bit, one jug. I gotta get the ILS raised back up on it. Sorry about that. Pretty close to where it needs to be. Let's see. Can't remember if I turned them the right way or not. I don't know. How's all this stuff is... I think I'm hearing this rattling a little bit here. Kind of wanted to check it for blow-by for a minute there, but everything boot up here. Yeah. Good oil pressure. No blow-by. Well, she's a runner. Don't want to go too much without coolant in it. I got to get the hoses from Art, or those gaskets over there from Arnie. There's a lot of little things I still need to do on this. I need to, stuff like this I try to fix while I'm here. Just need some split loom on it. The signal wire for the starter, I still got to put, you know, quite a few parts on it, but anyway, not too bad, really. You get that kind of, you look at the amount of stuff that you've got to take off and put back on, and it's basically got the same code that it came in here with, so if that wasn't a problem, then there wouldn't be a code, but anyway. Yeah, sounds pretty good, I think. It's hard to tell till we need to get it cooling in it and get it warmed up and all that good stuff, but yeah. So, and then I got to figure out, when I pulled this thing apart, all the bolts that go into this were gone. They were not there. So I got to find some bolts for that and bolt the damn coolant overflow tank down correctly. And a lot of stuff like this. See this ILS, the A-arm here, position sensor, the split loom's gone off of that, so we need to fix that and tie all that up. So there's just a lot of little things that we got to do here to make this thing right. But after all that, it's really happy that you're really happy that it runs. So it's a very good thing. But anyway, it's just a lot of stuff going on. I mean, I got a Freightliner here that we're taking the manual transmission out of that one and putting in another truck that has an automatic. Well, it had an automatic. They were going to charge him 25 grand to fix it, and he said to hell with it. So he had another old junk truck with a manual, and he said take the transmission out of that one and whatever it takes to put it out. And these Freightliners, they got, you know, hydraulic clutches like a damn car or pickup. So they're not too bad to do, really, to make them. And the plate is already in the firewall on that to put that in. So it's really not too bad. So my son actually was helping me do that. But I've had so many service calls and everything else you could possibly imagine going on. Anyway. But I thought maybe you guys would like to hear at least this thing run. So that's a good deal. She runs. 33 psi at idle, that's pretty good. That fan runs so hard that it's hard to even get up to 180 on the thermostat. Take it outside, wash all this garbage here off, all that grease. Hey Josie, how you doing? Turn my light off on my phone. Hubs making a little noise, rattling. No codes. Dead here. Get another light. Get my light on my head here. We can kind of go over that and check for leaks. Wide open here for a while and let the oil temp get up. Here's your oil temp. Let's have a hell of a cooler on it because the oil temp don't really get very high. Bet if you start pulling on it, it would. .32 psi on the oil pressure at idle, which is fine. And I've got 10W30 in there too. It'll be a little better after the 100-hour break-in. And you dump the oil and put 1540 in there. It'll come up a little bit. The only thing I got left to do is put the, well, I'm not even going to put the hood on yet. I got to run outside and wash this off real good, and I'm going to do a little painting on it. But this is the only bolt I have left. I'm trying to get it lined up. I got to go get a screwdriver or something, try to get this lined up, tighten this down, and that is actually the last thing to button up on this. Well, I think I got all the ILS stuff, split loom. I put some new split loom and stuff on the ILS wires here. I need to do that on the other side on this one as well, and then tie this one up to this hose. Yeah. And then, I got to get the transmission out of that and get it out of there, put steering column back in it so I can get it drug out of here to get the tractor out. So that's kind of probably what's going to happen next here. But anyway, pretty well done with it, guys. I just got to get the couple things buttoned up here, get the hood on it, and this engine should be good for another 10 or 11,000 hours at least, you know. So anyway, so far so good. All right, guys. Well, no, it wasn't much, you know, videoing on this one, but just, I don't know. Sometimes I get frustrated with the whole YouTube thing, and I just don't even want to do anything with it, you know, at certain times. So it's just the way it is. All right.